We had The Perfect Date with Camila Mendes from Riverdale. This week we have, or last weekend, we had another Riverdale star in a straight-to-Netflix film called The Last Summer, starring KJ Apa and Maya Mitchell, with a bunch of other actors, but let's be honest, you're basically watching this because it has Maya Mitchell and KJ Apa. Primarily, everyone's going to watch it for KJ Apa just because they're big Riverdale fans. This is basically about this group of young people who are just out of high school, spending their summer during summer, spending time together during the summer, creating relationships, trying to get in relationships in Chicago before they leave for college in the fall. And how is this film? It's a film that is perfectly fine, but you see everything coming. You see everything coming from a mile away. It's your cliched romantic dramedy. Does the romance work? Kind of. There's only one couple that actually made it work, and that is Maya Mitchell, who I love. Maya Mitchell is one of those actresses who I hope gets a lot more work. She was in a great comedy, a great stoner comedy, earlier this year called Never Going Back. Never Going Back was put out by Lionsgate and A24. And if you don't know who she is, she was also Callie in Good Trouble. She was also Callie in The Fosters. She's been in, or as you guys probably know her, she was in the Teen Beach movies. If you don't really know who she actually is, she also played Amy, if I'm not mistaken, in Hot Summer Nights with Timothy Chalamet. But the movie where I really discovered her, the actual movie, because I'm a big fan of The Fosters and Good Trouble, but the movie where she caught my attention was Never Going Back, with her and Camila Morrone, I believe. Camila Morrone. Great comedy. But how was her chemistry with KJ Apa? Well, if you watch Riverdale, you know that you need to have good writing in order to have KJ Apa have chemistry with somebody. It's not just by the way they look at each other. It's due to the screenplay. The script that is handed to him. He's not the strongest actor in the world. But in this role, I felt like he was just playing another version of Archie. But that's all he knows how to play. That's all he can really do. Because KJ Apa wasn't really known, along with half of the other cast from Riverdale. But Maya Mitchell, she is an experienced actress who can give her all to a role. Actually makes you believe that she has chemistry with this person. But it's just not due to her. KJ needed to give me a reason to care about his relationship with her. And did he do that? Yes. Because he was playing Archie. That's what I felt like. This was just another version of Archie. Not that I'm downplaying that or anything, but let's be honest here. He's not going to be the world's greatest actor. I believe the only other things huge that he's been in is A Dog's Purpose, where he played teenage Kevin, and something else. He was just in something this October. The Hate U Give. He was actually good in The Hate U Give, but he wasn't in there too much. I'm not going to recommend this film too much. If you're looking for a really fun, like a fun romantic comedy, like The Perfect Date, which was a throwaway movie, this one is not a throwaway movie. This one actually tried to take itself seriously with a romantic comedy, but this romantic dramedy, this romantic dramedy had some good chemistry in there, and that's all you need. Good chemistry from one couple, if they're the main focus of the film, is all you need with the good screenplay. But since you focus on the other couples in here, I didn't feel nothing for them. I felt literally zero sympathy for anybody. I felt for no one else but KJ and Maya Mitchell. I might be a little bit biased because I love Maya Mitchell's acting style. And I am a Riverdale fan, but aside from that couple, you don't care for really anybody. If it could have been just about those two characters, this would have been a perfectly fine romantic comedy with an hour and 20-minute runtime, because this film is an hour and 49 minutes, and you feel every single second of it. You feel every minute. Because this film drags and drags and drags. When it was going to other couples, I did not care. I didn't care. You didn't get to feel for them because they weren't developed good enough. Just everything about this film, besides the chemistry and the story between this couple, KJ Apa and Maya Mitchell, was just bad. But I'm sure that every other person my age, or should I say every other you see, I don't want to I don't want to say female, but primarily the female demographic for this film are going to love it, which is 14 to 22 probably is the main demographic for this film. I am not the main demographic for it, but I'm going to say that it was not a waste of my time. It was just a little bit of a disappointment. But I'm just glad to see Maya Mitchell and KJ Apa doing some work. But besides that, it was just a blah film. I'm going to give The Last Summer a C-. It's not a horrible film, but it's just not great. I'm just going to say it's okay. Whatever.